Okay, let's try this again because the video kind of failed first time around. So we've said, reading through the whole question, taking all the information in, 30 people will play his game and each person will pay David £1. So without taking into account any of the money lost, that's £30 that he's going to make. 30 people paying him £1. So how much of this £30 does he expect to lose? Well, for this winning £5, you need someone to roll a 5 on a dice, the probability is 1 over 6. You need someone to spin a 5 on a 5-sided spinner, probability of that is 1 out of 5. If you need them both to happen, you times the probabilities together, which gives you 1 over 30, which means out of every 30 people who play, you expect one of them to win this. So the maths I've kind of done here is kind of a more complicated way. I've done the probability of it happening, timesing it by 5 to work out like the average amount that they'd lose on this deal per person, and then scaled it up by timesing it by 30. I think the easier way of thinking of this is if the probability of rolling a 5 and spinning a 5 is given by that, which is 1 out of 30. If 30 people play, you'd expect one of them to win the £5. So if you expect one of them to win the £5, and it's an expectation, it doesn't mean it'd definitely happen, that's £5 gone. So this represents the money lost on the win £5 deal. So we've got the money that he's made, we've got the money that he expects to lose on the £5 deal, and we expect 1 out of 30 people to win £5, so that's £5 in total. And then we need to work out how much he expects to lose on the win £2. Now this can either be rolling a 1 or spinning a 1 or both. So to work out that probability, you've got rolling a 1. You've got someone who rolls a 1 but doesn't spin a 1. You've got somebody who doesn't roll a 1 but does spin a 1. And you've got somebody who rolls a 1 and spins a 1. Now if I add all these together, that's 5 over 30 plus 5 over 30 plus, what are we on here? Why have I done that? It's 5 over 30. This first bit gives you 4 over 30. That bit gives you 4 over 30. This bit gives you 5 over 30, and this bit gives you 1 over 30. Now that gives you 10 out of 30. So just like when we worked out the probability of this bit happening, because it was 1 out of 30, we said we expect one of the 30 people to win £5. So we said, right, that's on average, that's £5 gone. Well here, when we've worked out the probability of rolling a 1, spinning a 1, or both, rolling a 1 and spinning a 1, we got 10 out of 30. That means out of the 30 people, we expect 10 of them to win £2. Well, if 10 of them are going to win £2, that is, I'm going to squeeze this in a little bit, 10 times £2, which is £20. So, collided with the camera a few times there. Okay, if we expect him to make £30 in total, we expect him on average to lose £5 on this deal, we expect him to lose £20 on this deal. Your final answer, and I've gone over the answer line here, but your final answer is the £30 that he made minus £5 minus £20. So the amount that he makes minus the amount you'd expect him to make on this bit. Sorry, let's say that again. It's the amount he makes minus the amount you'd expect him to lose on this deal, which is done in this calculation, minus the amount you'd expect him to lose on this deal, which is this calculation. And when you've worked it all out, you expect him to be left with £5. So that is your final answer. Okay, it's one of the trickier questions. I'll just kind of put it so that all the working is in sharp, and then if you want to, you can kind of pause it and read through and really try and get your head around what I've said. Let's just do part B. Give a reason why David's actual profit may be different to the profit he expects to make. Well, first of all, the easiest way of answering this, David expects 30 people will play his game. that doesn't mean that 30 people definitely will play his game. So the easiest way to answer this is David expects 30 people to play. It could be more or less than this. I mean, also, another argument is, this is the amount that you expect him to lose if 30 people do play. Probability doesn't always work out perfectly. So you could still end up, you could end up in a situation where more people than you expect win the £5, because probability doesn't predict the future. Probability just gives you an expected value. It doesn't mean it will necessarily happen that way. So if you can put that into your own words, I mean, it's like when you flip a coin, you expect to get 1 tails and 1 heads if you do it twice. It doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to happen. So if you can put that into your own words, then great, but I think the easiest way to answer it is that you don't know that exactly 30 people are going to play.